It is Thursday and I am currently late for work. Never a good position to be in. Hopefully it won't be too late by the time I get there. As you can see, I haven't shaved. It's been a pretty terrible morning. But other than that, I've decided that this is going to be a regular thing for me. I'm going to be doing vlogs. Hopefully not always on my way to work, but you never know. Today's topic, driving in Perth. Now, if you've ever spoken to anybody about driving in Perth, they'll tell you the same thing. Perth drivers, for the most part, are shit. Now, there are a few reasons for this, but my main reason is that I drive by 3 rules. Now, I've never had an accident. I've had 2 close calls, and that's it. My 3 rules are this. 1, drive within your limits. Okay? Know what sort of driver you are. Know your skills. Know yourself, and stick to that. If you can't, or if you've never driven a race car on a course at 200 kilometers per hour, don't go doing it on the street, because if you don't know how it feels and you're not used to that feeling and something happens, you're not going to be able to do anything to solve the problem if something goes wrong. Rule number 2, drive within your car's limitations. If you drive a 1985 Nissan Pulsar like I used to, which is a shit box, let's face it, all cars from the 80s these days, unless they've been immaculately looked after by one owner ever since they were bought, are shit boxes. Okay? Those cars will not be able to handle, high speeds, ridiculous cornering and all this sort of shit. Don't hoon if you've got one of those cars. Drive within the limitations of your car. And rule number 3, always compensate for other drivers on the road. My instructor used to tell me that you got to drive like every other driver on the road is an idiot. And in Perth, it's definitely true. You can't drive around and expect that everyone else around you is going to have your level of skill. They could be better than you, but most likely they're probably going to be worse than you. So you have to compensate for that. Don't drive stupidly when there's a lot of traffic around, because it only takes one person to not check their blind spot and go moving into your lane, and then you've got yourself an accident. My final point that I'd like to make before I get to work is that if you are merging, and this goes especially for Perth drivers, if you're merging, the one thing that Perth drivers do, which they really need, is, you see that? This guy just nearly came right into my, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Didn't check his blind spot, almost went right into my lane. What an idiot. Right? Okay, getting back to it. So, merging. When you're coming up to a spot where you're going to need to merge, it's really simple. Look to the other lane, see a spot, line your car up with that spot, and fucking stay there. Okay? If you're in a double lane road with a lane merging in on the left, okay, now I'm Australian, so I drive on the left, alright? Then, if you can move into the right lane, give them some room. It'll make it so much smoother and so much easier. Another tip I could possibly give, if it's a 1-lane road, look over, pick a spot, and then fucking just stay there. Match speed and stay there. Don't do anything else. That is the best way to do it. Oh, and final rule of merging. Don't put your fucking brakes on, people. Okay? Do not brake. And this goes doubly for the people who are in the left lane merging into my lane. Okay? Don't put your brakes on. It's not needed, it's not necessary, you don't need to slow down to merge. The whole point of merging is that it's supposed to be smooth and consistent and easy. So that's me for today. I will catch you guys tomorrow.